So I am back with the second video, and what I'm planning on doing today is my shoe collection. It's gonna be a way to introduce myself a little bit better so you guys can see the kinds of things that I like to do, which is sports. I like my shoes, of course. I mean, that's just me though. And this video should be a little bit better because I got some editing apps and I'm trying to improve the sound quality, so things should run a little bit more smoothly. I got some help from friends, and I have already reached 10 subscribers with one video, which really isn't that much, but it was just an intro. And next, we have a video of my dog in slow motion. It's gonna be funny.
Now.
Alrighty guys, so we are back, and here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going over all these shoes. Yep, that's my collection. Plus these ones which I'm wearing, which we'll take off in a second. But for now, let's get into it. Alrighty, so we're back. No more shoes on my feet. We've got the full thing. And I just want to show this one more time. I'm going to name all of them, and then we're going to get into it. So these are my dress boots, which I use for clarinet, which I might make a few videos on. We have my flip-flops, my sucky running tennis shoes, which I use a lot for PE, my white Adidas, my gray Vans, my navy and black Vans, my Generation Jordans, my Jumpman Pro Jordans, my Jordan 1 Retro Rare Cool Grays, my KD8 Vineries, my Jordan 1 Mid Whiteouts, and my Kobe Mentalities. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over each shoe, and we're going from my least to my favorite one, and then that'll be it. So see you guys there. Alrighty, so my first shoe, which happens to be my least favorite, not because of its look. Looks sleek, it looks good with dress stuff, but I don't typically like dressing up too much. But what we have here is we have, it's pretty shiny, but the problem is they're really uncomfortable, and I usually end up having to wear them for long periods of time, and I don't get to wear them that often. So, I mean, they're shiny, they're alright, but they're just not my favorite because, I don't know, I don't like dressy stuff that much. So, moving on to our next one. Okay, so next up we have my flip-flops, which to me, the reason they're second to worst on this list is because, I mean, there's not a major fashion staple to me. They're just good for going to the pool and wearing around if you don't feel like getting into a good pair of shoes. Because something that I'm big about is always cleaning my shoes, except for the three on the bottom because they're my least favorite. But that's something that I'm personally big on. I just like to make them always completely clean. I like to have good looking. I like to have good shoes that are good looking and clean looking all the time, nice and sharp. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to our next one. Oh, and by the way, if you guys didn't notice, all my shoes are always nice and straight, and the laces are all tucked in. Just looks neat to me. I like it. So anyway, now comes these. They are my Under Armour tennis shoes. They're pretty comfortable. They just don't look good. They kind of suck. No one really likes Under Armour. And, as you can see, they're already getting de-stressed and they're completely dirty. I don't clean these ones. But they're just my I use these for PE a lot because I don't care if they get ruined or anything. They're just my typical working out, typical day-to-day shoes because I don't like to ruin the rest of them. So on to... Alright, here's my next pair of shoes. These are, they're not my favorite because they look alright. There's nothing special about them. They crease easy, and I don't know. They're super uncomfortable. That's another thing. Straps look alright. They're just, they're a meh shoe. So, yeah, moving on. Alright, so here we are with my Kobe's, which are, they're all right. The only thing about them is, they're bright and they pop and, I don't know. They don't go with a lot of my clothes, so I don't wear them that often, but they're Kobe's, so, I gotta keep them, but on to the next one. Alright, so here we are with our next pair of shoes, which are my white Adidas. I think everyone should have a white pair of shoes, because especially if you have black jeans, these go pretty fresh with those. Uh, they could go good with light wash. They could go good with about anything, even white on white. You can do that. Overall, they're just a pretty versatile, dope shoe. So, but they're uncomfortable. That's the one thing. So on to the next. Okay, so next we have my KD8 Finery, which is also a pretty dope shoe. The only thing about it is it's just kind of plain. And the look of it is more of an on-court look for any of you guys who play basketball. So, yeah, but still definitely one of my more comfortable shoes. Good shoe. So, on to the next one. Alright, so next up is my gray Vans. Now we're kind of getting into the good group. Not the super bads, not the super goods, just the good group. So my gray Vans, they look decent. They're uncomfortable because they're too big, but they look pretty good with certain things. So, I mean, I don't really have much to say about these ones, but yeah, let's just move on to the next ones. Alright, so these are a really dope shoe. I really like these. They're not Air Forces, by the way. But they definitely go good with black jeans. They go good with yeah, they're kind of like the Adidas. They go good with everything. They're a pretty dope shoe. Uh, Definitely uncomfortable, but other than that, it's a pretty solid shoe. You can wear with a lot of things, and you'll definitely get compliments. People definitely notice these. So, on to the next. Alright, so now we're up to my favorite of all times. We have my navy and black. These ones were actually my very first pair of Vans, so that's why they're one of my favorites too. But the other thing about them is they look really good with everything, most everything. I don't know if they look good with white. Maybe. I don't know. I've never tried it, but they definitely look good with black, white. Excuse my dog's barking in the background. They go good with washed, things like that, indigo. But they're definitely a dope pair of shoes. Nice colorway. On to the next. Alright, next we have my Jumpman Pros. These are Jordans, obviously. The colorway is interesting. It definitely catches people's eyes in a good way. But this was my very first pair of Jordans, which is why I have a pretty fond attachment to them. They're probably one of my most comfortable pair of shoes also. And then we have like a velvet material right here. It looks nice. I mean, not looks better in person than on camera, but it looks nice, and it actually feels really silky when you feel right there. Yeah, the colorway, 3 colors. Yeah, I always wanted a black and white pair of Jordans, and these are the first ones I got, so they're pretty dope. I got these about 2 years ago, and I started getting into fashion. So, yeah. On to the next one. Okay, guys, we've reached the point, the last shoe and the greatest, my favorite of all time out of all of my shoes that I have. These are the Jordan 1 Mid Retro Rare Cool Grays. So, these, they're my favorite because they're a spin off the original red and white Jordan 1s, which I think are dope. They're they're more comfortable than the other Jordan 1s, but not comfortable. They just have a dope look. They're multicolored, gray, white, I think more of a black color down there, a darker gray here, some black laces. It's just a dope shoe. It definitely looks good. Doesn't catch people's eye as much. It's more of a classy shoe. It's pretty dope though. That's why they're my favorites, because they're Jordan 1s, I mean. But, okay. Alright guys, so one last look at the collection on the shelves, which mind you is quite straight. And we're going to be done in a second, but leave your comments and things you want from me down below. And like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.